What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm happy you decided to join us today. As you can see by that title down below, you guys, today we'll be reacting to I only smelled these things after moving to America. I cannot wait to see what's in this video because I am an American woman. And I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see what's different for him. I will not be doing too much talking in this video. Let's get into it.
You know, they say that America is a feast for the senses. Who says that? I just did. And because it is, I thought it would be interesting
funny.
on the back of looking at sounds last week to talk about some of the ways in which America smells. Not necessarily bad. Some of it's good.
Okay.
So come with me on a quick walk while I smell you about them, tell you about them.
American
I'm not sure I really
disinfectant.
acknowledged this one until I went back home in 2019 after not having been home in about 11 years.
Wow.
Because one of the first things that I noticed when I stepped off that plane and headed into Heathrow Airport, aside from the fact that my ears were about to explode, was that there was a disinfectant in use that I'd not smelled in those 11 years. And since I was a bit of a lazy kid when I lived in Britain, I couldn't even tell you what that disinfectant was. I just know it was quite different.
Is it Lysol?
Weirdly enough, when I visited
it?
Paris this year, I smelled that same smell. And it just got me thinking, maybe there's a European-America divide on how we clean stuff. It is a bit of a mystery though, because I looked this up and it looks like both countries use Lysol and Clorox. So I can only think that it's the fragrance that's added. Now, I'm no expert on cleaning products. Clearly, I sleep under trees. So if you've spent a fair amount of time in both countries, let me know in the comments below what you think that difference is, because I can't work it out.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the philosopher Gandalf the Grey who said, if in doubt, always follow your nose. But clearly, Gandalf had never stood outside of Abercrombie & Fitch after lunch. Now, I should preface this entry by saying that Abercrombie & Fitch has cropped up in the UK since I left, meaning that we swapped one overwhelming force of nature for another. But it was definitely in America where I first experienced that distinctive smell. For those of you who don't habitually hang around shopping malls, Abercrombie & Fitch is a trendy clothing outlet with a really pungent smell. How can I describe it? It's horrible. And it's very much akin to the boys' locker room from when I was 14 years old.
What?
I don't mean that it smells of sweaty lads. I mean that it smells like their deodorant. So, you know, Lynx Africa or whatever the equivalent here is.
I love the way Abercrombie & Fitch smells.
I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it smells like. And honestly, I'm not kidding when I say this. If I enter a shopping mall, which I only ever do if I've been blackmailed, and that smell is in the air, it's enough for me to leave whoever I'm with and walk home, even if it's across a motorway. It's so bad that I've never been inside an Abercrombie & Fitch. And all told, I'm not sure I ever will.
Oh wow, cinnamon.
Look, this isn't a sentence I ever thought I'd say.
Cook with it all the time.
Long-time fans of this channel will know that my nostrils are very attuned to the smell of cinnamon. And so for those of you who are new to my channel, you will hear me reference this from time to time. And in my experience, Americans are less attuned to it. And there's a very good reason for that. And that's that the smell of cinnamon is everywhere. I mean, I don't smell it right now, mercifully. But they put it on just about everything. So if you're in the mood for dessert, the chances are you will get a waft of cinnamon at some point. Now, for me, growing up in Britain, cinnamon existed, right? It was a spice that we have. We just don't put it all over everything all the time in massive quantities, which seems to be a favourite pastime of Americans. And I think the first time that I noticed this, again, was in a mall. Presumably I was still recovering from the nasally raucous onslaught of a certain clothing store, but this other shop came into view, or whatever the smell equivalent is of the word view. And that shop was called Auntie Anne's, which, aside from selling pretzel stuff, had a strong odour of cinnamon. And it got me thinking, ooh, you know, Abercrombie & Fitch, Auntie Anne's, both A names. You're the type of company who feels you have to be at the start of the alphabet. You're probably also the sort of company that has to overcompensate with your smell. So, you know, Apple smells like metal. It's not really. Audi, same as Apple. So there's a little bit of a flaw in my theory, but in America, cinnamon is everywhere, especially at this time of year because, you know, people are rolling
He's so naturally funny, you guys.
And all manner of other
things.
I
love it, and I love his accent.
Isn't already tasty enough, so they have to put heaps and heaps of cinnamon into it.
It's really strong.
It becomes America's de facto smell through to the new year. And my wife loves it. My wife's family loves it. All Americans love it, and that's fine by me, but you know what? I'm a plain guy, right? I'm the sort of person who will even eat pasta without adding anything to it. Not suggesting that you'd only add cinnamon, I'm just saying I don't feel the need to add stuff to stuff. for it to be good. I'll eat a loaf of bread just on its own. Not a loaf, a slice.
A loaf. Whoa, I was gonna say.
As the year goes on, this one is becoming less and less of a thing. But when I lived in Britain, we did have barbecues. It's just that they're not the same as they are in the United States. So
oh my gosh, y'all. I love barbecue so much. I did not expect barbecue to be on this list. I'm not gonna lie to you, like, because what would we not like about the smell of barbecue? What?
So for us, a barbecue is basically a catch-all term for what Americans would refer to as a cookout. But in America, barbecue can mean many different things depending on the region. But here in the Midwest, it has a very distinctive smell. Right? And that smell is the smell of meat having been smoked, presumably covered in barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is not such a big thing back in Britain. So the smell, especially if you're riding your bicycle on an empty stomach like I did yesterday, is amazing to the point that I go high-pitched.
It's amazing.
In fact, I almost think that the smell is better than the taste for the very reason that I am a plain man. And barbecue food, and especially barbecue sauce, is a very American thing.
Yes. Skunk.
This one brings back some incredible memories because I remember during the first year of me living in the United States, there was this one time that my wife and I and a couple of her family members were in a car together. We're driving along, and then all of a sudden I can smell this horrendous odor, and everyone's really quiet, and I'm sitting there thinking, Tara, did your uncle just, that's awful. But I was new to the family, so I couldn't really say anything, so I just sort of let it go.
Yeah.
But you couldn't let it go because the smell was in the air for like a minute, and it was worse than any body odor of a human anyway that I'd ever encountered. But then, mercifully, the signal came. The signal that always comes now in these circumstances. Somebody always has to point out, ugh, skunk. Right, that's what they always say, ugh, skunk. And we don't have skunks in England because they're mostly found in the Americas. And British viewers might be thinking, ooh, Lawrence, what makes skunks smell so bad? Well, according to Wikipedia, this is unreal, they are known for their ability to spray a liquid with a strong and pleasant scent from their anal glands. So that's how they smell bad, but the question is, for an animal with a really good sense of smell, is why? And it turns out it's a defense mechanism. They do it to ward off potential predators as a kind of last-minute desperate act of defense. And again, I've got to say, imagine if humans did this.
A funky act.
I mean, some of us do when my wife's cousin Chad is in the vicinity. But, you know, apart from that, we have a sense of decorum. I was reading as well that some people have skunks as pets, which I suppose is fantastic if you have no sense of smell and you're an introvert. So I'm halfway there. Thankfully, I have a cat.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You can never go wrong with the Lost in the Pond video, I'm gonna be honest. He's so entertaining, you know what I mean? Because he's really funny. I love his accent. And then also informative, you know, because you never really realize how different America can be, you know, from British or Britain or, you know, anybody that lives like, you know, in the UK or something like that. Like, it's so many differences and so little similarities. It's crazy. It's crazy. You'll never know unless you travel, I guess. And I haven't done any traveling. I was going to say much traveling, but I haven't done no traveling. So yeah. Anyways, that's a story for a different video, I guess. If you guys enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed the reaction, please make sure you guys are tapping that love button for me. Sorry. It does let the algorithm know that you guys are enjoying my content, and it pushes me up there with the rest of those YouTube sharks. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? It's about time. Like, listen, it is about time. Like, subscribe now. Right now. And then when you subscribe, please go the extra mile by also hitting that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I do upload a video, so you won't miss me and I won't miss you and we won't miss each other. Yeah, and I guess I'll catch you guys in my next upload. Bye. Hello. Y'all, somebody help me because I'm going crazy and reacting to like everything. Okay, whatever. Mic check 1 2 1 2. See what do it Miaaaa do? I'm just playing. Okay, cool. Okay. We ready? Okay, let's go. What's up, Ooh.
It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Miaaaa, that girl you came to see. So grab your snack and just sit back, leave a comment in the chat.